Hello, everyone. I'm Major Garrett in Washington. Welcome to The Takeout. We live in an era where the internet remembers everything, and yet we forget a lot. I know I certainly do. Let me give you a couple of examples. Look at these pictures of violence in Los Angeles after the Lakers won the 2020 NBA championship. Witnesses called it mayhem. A city bus was set ablaze. 30 buildings were damaged either by ransacking or graffiti or both. 76 people were arrested. 8 LA police officers were injured. All that happened on the night of October 11th, 2020. I'd forgotten that. About 3 weeks later, fires, looting, and vandalism marred celebrations of the Dodgers World Series championship. Forgot that too. It's worth remembering, though, that President Trump then, in the final year of his first term, did not deploy the National Guard or send in the Marines. Some 4,000 National Guard troops are in Los Angeles now. At least 500 Marines have arrived. Last night, 113 people were arrested by local authorities, most for failure to disperse. This on top of weekend fires and vandalism. Federal immigration raids, which sparked protests and spasms of violence, will continue for at least a month in Los Angeles, authorities have said. Our Camila Montoya Galvez reports that nationally, there were 1,200 immigration arrests yesterday, and 55,000 individuals are now in ICE custody. That's tied for the most ever. Federal authorities concede many of those either detained or in custody do not have criminal records. California Governor Gavin Newsom warned other states today that what is happening in Los Angeles could soon happen elsewhere. President Trump asserting his authority to deploy the military against a governor's wishes. So, lest we forget, we should remember this time, this set of circumstances, different. We are joined in Los Angeles by CBS News correspondent Elise Preston. Elise, thank you so much for joining us. You're on the scene near the federal building in downtown Los Angeles. What is happening?
Yeah, Major, I am right in front of that federal building. I want to step out of the way so you can get a better vantage point. This activity that we're seeing with law enforcement just started happening in the last 10 minutes. And it is incredible to see because, you know, it had been peaceful here all day. This roadway that runs right in front of the detention center, it had been clear. There was traffic just running in and out. And so in the last couple of hours, we started to see protesters, but they were largely peaceful. This was probably the calmest crowd I've seen over the last several days. They were actually policing themselves. Now, some people were shouting obscenities at some of the National Guardsmen at front, but this was a largely peaceful crowd. They were policing themselves. They were telling each other, hey, this is a peaceful protest, guys. Let's stay off the sidewalk. So they were trying to get people, stay out of the street and on the sidewalk. They were trying to keep people calm. And then within the last 10 minutes, we've seen all of these Los Angeles police officers show up. We've seen DHS officers show up. We can't get right in front of the federal building, but I can tell you there are dozens of guardsmen out front as well. And we just saw a U.S. Marshals detention bus come down the street and then pull into the facility property. So we're trying to just watch and see what happens here. We just heard about 2 flashbangs within the last 5 minutes, and we're starting to see the officers. You can see them once this bus goes by. The officers are in their tactical gear, and they are pushing in towards the crowd. There are more protesters out here, but there is a strong force for sure. You can't see past this crowd, and then if you were to look past like this barricade and to the right, there are dozens of National Guardsmen in their tactical gear. They have the shields up, and then there are DH officers also in the mix, and they have weapons as well with rubber bullets, Major.
Elise, I know it's hard to give an actual number or precise number, but what would you say the ratio is there right now as we're speaking, protesters to local and federalized authorities?
It's hard to say, Major, but I would say that the protesters slightly outnumber, but I'm saying slightly. And I just have to tell you, though, just how peaceful this crowd was. You know, people were actually out today. They were cleaning up vandalism. Right next to the detention facility is a Japanese American Heritage Museum. And so a lot of people were upset that that was tagged in all of this chaos. So people were trying to clean that up. They were cleaning up along the streets. It has been a very peaceful day. This is the calmest crowd, or it was the calmest crowd I had seen over the last several days. I was here through the weekend. I was here yesterday. I mean, we've seen people throwing objects and kicking in vehicles, but we were not seeing that. And then all of a sudden in the last 10, 15 minutes, we've started to see these vehicles push in. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens here. But it looks like they are trying to push these protesters back. When these officers came in, we did start to see dozens of people. They just started leaving. And they were like, oh, we got to get out of here. But it was peaceful. It had been a peaceful day up to this point. I mean, it's still peaceful,
Elise,
but you can see this tension that is rising.
I know you're on the scene, Elise, and if the situation requires, we will come back to you for anything that may or may not develop. Elise Preston, downtown Los Angeles. Thank you so very much.